Right, I'm gonna start having to look from here instead of like from my main computer because I know that you know what, I'm just gonna start with the intro. So hey up guys, welcome back to another brand new video which I know I haven't been uploading in quite a while. You're gonna hear me stuttering, but I couldn't care less. So let me just take off this for a minute just so I can actually hear myself. So today I'm just going to be mentioning about how I might be moving from iPhone to Android. I was an Android user. Like I was literally like an Android user years and years ago. Like when I was like what 8 years old, 9 years old, I used to have like I used to have a Nokia. I used to have like a flip phone as well. Really, that's what I would say. But then when I went on to a Samsung S7, like I know it's that type of thing where not many people would use it, type of thing. So I had it for around like 3 or 4 years, and then I moved from a Samsung. I can't fully remember. I think it was. I know it was an S something. I think it was an S23. I think it was. I can't fully remember. But then something changed my mind where I was like, um, because my Android phone literally drowned inside of my pocket when it was raining before, and I didn't know what else to do because the charging port was absolutely fucked. And yes, I'm going to do the unedited version of this video because I've got loads of things to do at the minute. Like Christmas was yesterday, and then it's Boxing Day today, and I know I've been delaying more of these videos and stuff like that. But what else can I do? Hold on, let me just so I can actually see myself. But yeah, the reason why that I've moved from to an iPhone because I've never used an iPhone before. Like I've been with an iPhone for a couple of few years now. I've been with them for 3 years now. 3 years because I used to have an iPhone S. No, not an S. What am I thinking? An iPhone 7. Why am I saying S? Because it's not an Android. An iPhone 7. I think it was an iPhone 7. And then I moved from an iPhone 11. It was a second hand from CEX because I didn't have a job at the time. And then I decided to switch from an iPhone 14. I still have the box. It's downstairs, but I'm not going to get it. And then I switched on. Well, I've had the iPhone 14 for 2 years, I think it was. But then I switched on to an iPhone 16 Pro, and I think this one's going to be my last one. Really, when I mean it's going to be my last one, I mean it's going to be my last one because most of the people might agree with me at this point because there are a different loads of brands out there, like loads of different brands that have better security than an iPhone. Like really, when I mean better security, I mean better security, better, when you put in your fingerprint and whatever. It's like Samsung, for an example. I think mostly Samsung has increased their security. They're more advanced than a shit iPhone. I was looking into deep research about iPhones as well, and when they say it's like made with aluminium, and that's the iPhone 17, and then most of it is from China where they've just made it out of plastic. I'm not sure if I'm fully right on that, but it's really cheap material as well. And for me in my head, right, I bought an iPhone every 2 to 3 years. Everyone buys the iPhone when it comes from new, like the first, when it comes out the first time, and then the second time, which is next year, they'll instantly buy that one because they'll be like, oh, it's got the same thing, the dynamic. Is that what you call it? Dynamic Island? It's the same thing, but they just changed the back of it. So you don't see any point on to keep using an iPhone. If you want to keep using an iPhone, that's your choice. But if you want to keep changing it every year, right, you're just wasting your money at this point. Like, even if you're on a contract, I'm on a contract at the minute. I'm with a contract for like 2 years. 2 years, right? And when my contract actually ends, right, I'll be switching back to an Android. So let me get this out of my chest at the minute for a minute. So the only reason why that I'll be switching, right, is because of the updates that they actually do, right? I know it's security patches. Mostly it is security patches when it comes from an iPhone, but genuinely, like, it's all about, if you can change the time. So let's say, for example, on your lock screen, right, you can change the size of the timer. Like, what's the point in that? As well, this is part of the iPhone, by the way, because the iPhone was partnered with someone. But you have this pocket. You literally have this pocket where you put your iPhone in. As well, if you was walking around London or whatnot, yeah, you're generally gonna get your phone easily stolen from that point. If you actually bought it because you think it looked cool, like no one else has it because it costed around 250 odd quid. I'm sorry to tell you, but you are absolutely stupid. And I'm saying this out of my chest, right? If you want to buy it, you buy it. But I just look at you, mate. I just look at you, just being like, yeah, I find you fucking stupid, mate. But I do genuinely want to switch back to an Android. I cannot tell any sort of lie about that. Like, you can make fun of me all you want by switching back to an Android, but I don't care, really. I absolutely don't care. I was looking at someone that was using an iPhone. I mean, not an iPhone, an Android. I'm getting my words mixed up at this point. I didn't have a great night's sleep, so I'm just gonna try and get my words out properly. I was looking at someone that had an Android phone. He had the latest version of the Android phone. And you know what? The design of it, like, they've changed it so much, right? It made me want to feel like switching back to it. Like, I really want to switch back onto it because I don't want to see no bullshit within the long of the iPhone. Like, I mean, the iPhone for Face ID is quite good, but Siri, on the other hand, no, fuck off. Yeah, but you know the fucking AI robot doesn't want to answer most of the questions, but because when you try answer some of the questions towards, I'll call her S instead of the actual name because it's gonna activate anyways. I asked it the simplest question of all time. I can't remember the apps, like, I can't remember the question of it, what I said, but the answer was absolutely stupid, right? The robot didn't even know right, which sort of brands of a fucking fridge it wanted to choose from. So it got confused with, oh, um, so basically enough, it got confused with fridge to a microwave, of a brand of a microwave. I don't know, really. I don't know. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, what's the actual point? Because it uses Chat GPT. Like, you know what? This is why I use Google Gemini. That's what I mean. You Google Gemini, because I know it'll give me direct, like, it'll be really direct to me. So when I mean it's gonna be direct, I mean it's gonna be direct to me. Like, giving me full on answers, giving me a bit of descriptive answers as well. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, nah. It's the same with social media nowadays. You know, I removed TikTok and I'll make a video on this. I'll make another video on this on why I left TikTok in the first place, because I genuinely, moved that away. I didn't want to use it anymore, so I removed it. But I'll mention that in like another video where we'll have the time to, mention all of this basically. So yeah, if you want to buy an iPhone, you can buy an iPhone. It's really up to you, but you're just getting scammed at this point. You are really getting scammed at this point. But within all of this, if you try telling a person or just switch back to an Android, or if you haven't used an Android before, I would say give Android a try. If you've never used an Android in your life, right, give it a try, because you might like an Android over an iPhone. That's what I would think anyways. So yeah. If you guys have enjoyed this video, I know you might hear me stutter most of the time, because I do stutter. It's just normal for me. And yeah, but if you guys have enjoyed this video, I'll be really happy if you could give it a like and subscribe. And a subscribe, I mean, it would generally just make me feel happy enough to do more of these videos. And I might be making another channel of unedited videos of me explaining all sorts about some random topics basically. And I will be making a podcast with Vinny. Well, his channel is called VSS Gaming Shorts, but his actual name is called Vinny. So yeah, stay tuned with that, and I'll see you guys later.